When we prepared ourselves to go to Cambodia, our parents all showed up at the airport to wish us a good trip. And with a delay in the flight, we had plenty of time to play games and get bored. Eventually though, we did make it to Cambodia and the capital Phnom Penh. Although the country is now only about 1/3 of the size of Thailand, Cambodia was once known as the mighty Khmer Empire, a Hindu-Buddhist empire that stretched from southern Vietnam to northern Laos and all of the present-day Thailand. The empire's capital was Angkor, which was probably the largest pre-industrial urban center in the world, and about which I'll tell you more later on. The Khmer Empire lasted for nearly 600 years until its defeat in the 15th century by invading Siamese force from Ayutthaya. In 1863, Cambodia was taken over by the French and declared as French protectorate, and the country did not gain independence until 1953. Even so, independence did not bring peace. The country was soon involved in the Vietnam War. By 1925, the Khmer Rouge taken control over the country and began their rule of terror and the Cambodian genocide, in which an estimated 2 million people were murdered. I will tell you more about these events later. The Khmer Rouge were ousted from power in 1979 by Vietnam in the Cambodia-Vietnam War, which was last until 1991. Cambodia has a constitutional monarchy, with the king as head of state and the prime minister as the head of government. One of the first places we visited were extraordinary chambers in the coast of Cambodia. We did have a chance to speak with Mr. Ned Petra, the press officer who explained to us the purpose of these chambers.
My name is Ned Petra. I am press officer for the extraordinary chamber in the court of Cambodia. Our aim to transfer the information about the development of the case, hearing everything at the court to the public. So I speak to the media and to the public and explain them what is going on in the case at the court and the evolution of the case, etc. For make sure that the people was informed about the court, because this court belong to all people. We go also to the field in the remote area to explain the people and to distribute the booklet on the ECCC and the document relating to the court to inform them and get them participate in the process. Until now, we have more than 240,000 people visit the court, including the hearing and the study tour. We are happy to work with Cambodia, and we work together to well understand the past via the trial against the former Khmer Rouge leader. ECCC is the hybrid court between Cambodian and United Nations. This court was established to prosecute against the crime committed during the Khmer Rouge regime, and only two kinds of the people faced to prosecution is the senior leader of Khmer Rouge and the most responsible for the grave crime committed during 17 April 1975 to 6 January 1979. And this court was not established to destroy the peace, but keep between peace and justice. And we don't prosecute again all Khmer Rouge, but only the top of the leader. It is very important for the young generation because this court will provide the real information and the credible information relating to the Khmer Rouge regime. Because until now, if you read the book, there is the different information from the researcher, and there is the different information from the different party. and we don't have one information, common information relating to the Khmer Rouge. But with this code, we will provide the real information, and also young generation is very important to learn, because first learn the past, our past, and avoid the repeat, avoid to repeat the same error in the past, you know, and then we can explain our next generation that we have this kind of the history in the past, very catastrophic and sadness, and a lot of the people were died, so we don't want to see this kind of the crime happen again. All these nations should avoid the crime like Khmer Rouge regime, and should treat their people with the human rights, and then the respect of the human right and the life of the people is very important, and find a way for keeping the peace, not the war.
Over the past century, Cambodia has been torn apart many times by war and strife, but none more atrocious than the period of Khmer Rouge genocide. One of the first places to be established as a prison and interrogation center was a high school in Phnom Penh, which became known as Security Prison 21. The classroom would turn into cells and torture chambers. It is estimated that as many as 17,000 people were imprisoned at the center between 1975 and 1979, of which only 12 survived. The museum was opened in 1980s to serve as a memorial to the actions of Khmer Rouge regime, and the rooms within the museum has been maintained in the way in which they were found by the invading Vietnamese army in 1979.
Today we are in Genocide Museum at Cambodia, and I see a lot of things. In 1975, the Khmer Rouge is kill a lot of people, and they teach students knowledge is a very bad thing.
They teach the little kids say the teaching doesn't matter, but work is really important.
The Khmer Rouge have a concept that knowledge is a bad thing. So if you want to learn, so you'll be killed.
You see the picture about the dead people that in the war. So they have so many of people, and
This museum is very scary.
From the Ton Saleng prison site, we traveled 17 kilometers to south of Phnom Penh to the Chong Ek Genocide Museum. This site was formerly an orchard, but was turned into an execution ground by the Khmer Rouge. This site is the best known of the sites known as the Killing Fields. In fields similar to this one, nearly 2 million Cambodians were executed during the Khmer Rouge regime rule between 1975 and 1979. Nearly 9,000 bodies were discovered at this site in mass grave.
today we are in Killing Field that from Khmer Rouge. So I feel like this place is kind of like so bad, a little bit sad, menace, because the people that innocent and didn't do anything just killed.
I think this place is like creepy, and when I walk around the place, I saw a lot of like clothes and a bone. Some graves of children, and all the smart people were killed by just because they're smart. Like, it's nonsense. This place made me feel a little bit sad because you will see the many skeleton.
I feel really bad because over here it has a lot of dead people and a lot of bone. I think the Khmer is really bad people.
Although Thailand has its Muay Thai boxing and it is known around the world, we also want to learn more about the Cambodian martial art, Bokato. This martial art is considered one of the oldest forms of Khmer martial arts, dating back nearly 2,000 years. Yet, it was outlawed by the Khmer rule and not officially allowed to be taught in Cambodia until 2001. We had a lot of fun, and of course, we now know how to defend ourselves, so watch out.
Most of his students is from the province, so we come here only for learning from him. And most of the time after they learning and at the weekend they need to go to do a boxing on the TV.
What does the name Bokator mean in English?
Pounding a lion.
Pounding a lion.
Yes.
So fighting a lion.
Yes, pounding a lion.
Yeah, that's the
So
name.
the
The name of their martial art, Bokator,
Yes.
means to fight lion.
Yeah.
The first exercise that make your body easy before we do the Khmer boxing. As strong as you can.
One, two, one, two, one, two, three. Two, three. Okay. One, two, three. One. One, two, three. Okay. One, two, three. One, two, three.
That punch is here. That punch is here.
จ้าน่ะเป็นธรรมตีอ้าวอ้าวอ้าวอ้าวอ้าว
After a full day of activities in Phnom Penh, we packed our bags and bought a bus to take us to the World Heritage Site Angkor. The ride from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap take nearly 7 hours, and we arrived in the early morning. Fortunately, the seats allowed us to recline and sleep a bit. From our hotel, we used minivans to get to the site. Angkor served as the capital of Khmer Empire from the 9th until the 15th centuries. The site of the city, located north of the Great Lake Tolen Sap, near Siem Reap city. The site consists of more than 1,000 temples, some of which are simply piles of bricks to majestic Angkor Wat. Satellite images from the past decade have shown that Angkor lay at the center of an urban development that covered more than 1,000 square kilometers. It is possible that with its large and complicated water management network, Angkor supports a population of nearly 1 million people.
นี่เราอยู่ที่นครวัดแล้วก็หลังจากนั้นเราจะไปนครธม
Angkor Wat, built by King Surya Varaman II, was dedicated to Hindu god Vishnu under subsequent rulers and particularly during the reign of King Chayavaraman VII. The area surrounding Angkor Wat was further developed and Angkor Thom was built. Angkor Thom, located nearby, was built at a time when Buddhism became dominant in the kingdom, as Chayavaraman has adopted Buddhism as his faith. With this change, we can see some of the differences between the two main structures. Although a return to Hinduism after a king's death led to widespread destruction of Buddhist image. Although the local population knew of these grand temples, it was not until 1907 that French archaeologists started restoration work. This work was interrupted by war in 1970 and only resumed at the end of Cambodian Civil War. Since 1993, work has been performed by international as well as domestic organizations in cooperation with UNESCO, which declared the site a World Heritage in 1992.
This temple was located 6 kilometers north Siam Reap and south Angkor Thom, and this place is also the place that they do the funerary for the King Suryavarman II. And this place have the almost 9 temples in it, and we can finish walking in one day. So at least we need 3 days to walk around all the temple.
The S21 prison, because the S21 prison tells a lot about the history, how Cambodia has suffered from the Khmer Rouge.
The temple, because it look nice and beautiful.
Just temple, because I like to adventures and try to do something fun and really challenge.
I think the boxing is very fun.
Because boxing teacher can say a little bit Thai and he's teach a lot of technique.
I like it because I can use for like protect myself from the bad guy, like thief or something like the robber.
No, because I want to wait for Cambodia to be more improved, and then I will come back again.
69% that I will come here because I feel like a little bit upset about the people that sell souvenir, the traffic, and I like to come back to Angkor Wat to make some adventure.
Sure, I would like to because there's some place that I really want to go to. Like for example, I haven't really tried the traditional Cambodian food yet and something like that. Or maybe like some of the temples that are famous. I haven't been there yet, so I can give a try to come back here again. Yeah, I would like to.